And here we are. I think I'm gonna answer the questions from the last two people on here for the Q&A. Then I'm gonna move on to the extra stuff, and I think you guys will be really interested in that if you guys are still stuck around. Anyway, we're gonna move on to SpiderFan23. Hey, what's up, SpiderFan? Still digging your movies? Your movie reviews. Still think they're pretty cool, even though I don't really comment on them. I watch them, so they just to let you know, don't comment on them a lot because you basically say everything I need to say for it. But yeah, I watch them. Anyway, I just lost myself. Sorry. Anyway, he doesn't know if he asked me that. Anyone has asked me this question before, but if I could have a superpower, what kind of superpowers would I want? Well, this wasn't really on a Q&A before. This was on actually I did a video response to my friend Ziploc Bloody. He did it. What kind of powers would he want? And I did a video response for it. So, since you didn't see the video, dude, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what kind of powers would I want. Electricity control, maybe ice control. Able to turn into animals. Time control. Any one of those powers, and there's so many more I listed. There's a lot of powers, dude. But mostly, I'd really like the control over electricity or, teleportation. One of those two. Those are the top two I'd want. Teleportation or power over electricity. But anyway, those are the two right there. I did a video in there. I had so many others. So, a while back, and I can't really name them all, but those are the two right there, SpiderFan. So, thank you for the question, dude. Now we move on to the last person on here, and I know he's probably been waiting, for the longest time since I started doing the whole Q&A. Here he is, Blue Goblin. What's up, Goblin? Blue Goblin 01. He asked me 10 questions. Yeah, 10 questions. And starting off with his first question is, who would win a fight between the Secret Six and the Sinister Six? This is a question he also asked about Vernon Kid. I got no problem with answering it myself. Okay. I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be a really cool fight. Be an all-out war. And I think you're going to like one of the other things I'm going to have at the end of this video, Goblin. There's going to be a fight on there that's kind of relevant to this. But, the original Sinister Six, like Electro and all them, Bane would have a really cool fight with Sandman. Dr. Octopus versus, Deadshot would be cool. It'd be one crazy all-out brawl, dude. That's all I gotta say about that, man. Number 2. Oh, I knew you were gonna ask me this question, Goblin. What were your thoughts on Spider-Man Omit? That's Spider-Man One Moment in Time. Okay. You guys, for those who have and friended and subscribed to Mount Vernon Kid, you know he does this thing called Hurricane Chris. Well, I've got something that's similar to that. I've decided to give it a name, Mr. Typhoon Tyler. And Typhoon Tyler is about to come out right about now. Okay. To say this was Omit was a flaming bag of dog shit would be the fucking understatement of the year. Wow. I can't believe I'm swearing this much, but I don't swear this much on a video, so I'm gonna limit this. But this Typhoon's gonna happen, guys. Anyway. Like I said, it was dog shit, dude. That was just a piece of crap, man. That didn't explain anything. That it should have, like you said, Goblin, it should have happened right after Brand New Day, or One More Day, or whatever. And I also agree with you, what happened with that thing with Puma on Mary Jane and Peter Parker's anniversary? What happened, man? What happened? And the other thing that Mary Jane said to Mephisto? Bullshit! And the artwork was terrible. Spider-Man looked like Quesada. I would not be surprised. In fact, Zip and I were talking about this over the phone. Victor and I were talking about this, and we solely believe that Quesada is trying to make himself Spider-Man, or Spider-Man make his life. Like, I would not be surprised if one person walked in Quesada's house and saw him trying to, in a Spider-Man costume, his fat ass in a Spider-Man costume, trying to crawl up the wall, going, no, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. I would not be surprised, dude. Freaking Quesada, man. What is your problem? You couldn't ruin it enough with freaking One More Day. But then you pull out One Moment in Time. That made One More Day look like the Dark Phoenix saga, in my opinion. That's how bad it was. You know? It makes my brain hurt, I swear. What? Who thought this was a good idea? Who allowed Quesada to allow him to do this? I know he's the editor-in-chief, but someone had to, stand up and go, oh no, we're not doing that. That's what I felt like after Brand New Day. You know, as much as malicious as this sounds, but I think Aunt May ran her course, so if Aunt May died, oh well, she served her purpose. She's old. And I know I like these whole Silver Age stories they're going with, but it's time to move on. You could do Silver Age type stories without Aunt May and still have Peter Parker married to Mary Jane. Ah! What were you thinking, Quesada? Oh, I gotta stop because I'm going to pop a blood vessel or something. But there you go. Oh man. Okay, I'm cool, guys. I'm cool. Let's move on to the next question they had. If Marvel and DC were to do another crossover, Justice League Avengers crossover, who would you want to see to lead the team and why? Okay. I'd like to see a team up with the two leaders on each side as Dick Grayson, as Batman, and Bucky Barnes. Simply because I'd like to see them, just the banter between the two of them leading a team and trying to live up to their mentors and the previous owners of that title who immortalized it. So it'd be interesting to see them trying to I think they'd even have this grudging. I think they'd have a lot of respect for one another. They were sidekicks to these iconic heroes, and then they've taken that role and made it their own. That's how I feel for it. Yeah. That's what I'd like to see lead the team. Alright, your fourth question was, are you going to play Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions? If so, which universes are you most intrigue you? Well, that's more or less... I know you suddenly realized that I did a Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions video, but it's okay, dude. It's okay. I can answer this. I'm, of course, as to quote a lot of people who are Spider-Man fans, hell yeah, I do want to play Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. That looks awesome. And the two universes I'm really interested in is 2099 universe and the Noir universe. Those look like the most badass. I really dig those two universes out of the most. Ultimate I have a problem with because it's just... I know that everything's a lot different, the different characters, the 616 characters are different, but I just don't feel like they could have gone with so many other characters, and I was wrong on both ends with 1602 and Marvel Zombies. I think that would be cool gameplay right there, with playing as zombie Spider-Man, at least him. With at least him, that'd be a cool gameplay with zombie Spider-Man, but it's cool, I don't mind being wrong, But yeah, 2099 and Noir Universe are the two Spider-Man characters I want to play as in that. Okay, moving on to your fifth question. Do you watch pro wrestling? And if so, who's your favorite wrestling? No offense, Goblin. But I know you and Chris are big wrestling fans, and I know a lot of my friends and subscribers here are. But I watched wrestling as a kid, and just as a kid, I've kind of grown out of it. I'm more these days I'm more of a boxing fan. I like boxing a lot. I watch a lot of boxing, like the HBO stuff and the pay-per-view boxing tournaments. Those are pretty fun. But as a as a kid, for nostalgia point of view, as a kid for wrestling, I'm gonna have to say my favorite wrestler on there was Kane. Kane was just scary as hell back then. Even with you didn't see his face, he had that mask, he had that red suit, and he was a freaking giant, man. He was just really cool, and I always rooted for Kane and the Undertaker as a kid, back then. But yeah, thank you for that question. Your sixth question is, if Mary Jane Watson Parker, nice touch by the way, Goblin, for still mentioning Parker, was in the DC universe, do you think she would make a good Star Safari? Yeah, I do think that. I think she'd be able to wield the power of the Star Sapphire. I think it'd be really good for her. I think there's a lot of pain. I think she fits that description of deep loss in her heart very well, and that's probably the best way I can describe it right there. Your ninth question kind of surprised me because I didn't know you played this game and watched this anime. This one kind of surprised me. No offense, Goblin, but I didn't take you for playing that game and watching that anime. So I'm surprised you watched any anime, dude. I didn't know that. Who would win in a fight between Cloud Strife and Inuyasha? Okay. I'm up for this. Let's see. Inuyasha, I'd say Inuyasha probably because not letting down Cloud Strife because those two, the sword fight and the battle between those two would be like really epic. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be really epic. But I think who'd come out on top is Inuyasha because I think he'll play more savage, and I think Cloud would keep up with him. But despite being a super soldier in a way, he'd still get tired. And Inuyasha has a lot more endurance to him. So thank you for that question. And your last question is, how does it feel to have 500 subs? Congrats, by the way. Thank you for that, Goblin. And it feels really good. Like I said in my 500 subscribers video, it felt really good, man. Hoping to get like 500 more in the future, and also wish 500 more to you too, Goblin. Thank you for that. That's really all I got to say. So thank you for the questions to you, Goblin, and to everyone else who gave me these questions. I really dug this Q&A, and I really need to do these Q&As more rather than just whenever I think like whenever I want to. I should do these Q&As more because this Q&A was probably by far my most favorite one. I got to get some stuff off my chest. I got to talk about some really cool subjects, and I got to talk about all this new stuff. And some of the newcomers to my channel and my new friends, subscribers, have been asking me questions. I thought their questions were really cool too. So I might do more Q&As more frequently rather than monthly. Who knows? Maybe I'll try that. I'll work that out and see what happens, or maybe I'll just work myself silly. Who knows? Anyway, hope you guys will stick around for the next part of this video because the next one is going to be interesting. I'm just going to leave it at that. So stick around because this Q&A, the questions are over, but this Q&A is, let me tell you, this Q&A is by far from over. So I'll see you in the next part, guys.